This presentation is for educational purposes only, and the opinions expressed are those of the presenter. All trades presented are not traded in a live account and should be considered hypothetical.
Hello everybody and welcome to Hawkeye FX with your host Marcus Toombs on the 6th of November 2017, and this is my weekly review. Now, if you remember from last week, we were expecting pound strength last week and yen strength coming up here, and then we were looking to trade against euro weakness, Aussie weakness, New Zealand weakness, Canadian weakness, and then we were also looking for this US dollar to turn down on the shoulder pattern here, which it duly did, and looking for US dollar weakness as well. Now, the major standout thing from last week was the fact that there was so much news and it was such a busy economic calendar, and it was always going to be difficult to trade. Now, if we look at what actually happened during the week, we can see here that the pound did strengthen into the interest rate decision from the pound, but then weakened dramatically. You can see the yen strengthened for a couple of days and then turned and weakened. The US dollar did weaken here. The euro was the only one that particularly carried on weakening, whereas you can see here the Aussie dollar turned up midweek, the New Zealand turned up, and also the CAD turned up. Now, as I was previously mentioned, when you have flat or turning up during the week, these periods here are very difficult to trade. Now, if I put a rectangle on the chart here, you can see that the ends of all of these lines are within a very small area of the chart and all towards the horizontal line. This makes, at any time frame, this makes very tricky trading conditions when you see this. What we really ideally want to see is the prices swinging from the extremes. So, for example, from the oversold territory down here right up to the overbought territory. So these lines here, this is nice trading conditions. This is very difficult trading conditions. So what can we expect this week? And the interesting thing is that this week is extremely light on the calendar, and there's only really two major news items of note, and that is the interest rate decision out of the Australian dollar. This is on Tuesday in the Asian session, followed on Wednesday in the Asian session by the Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision here. Both of these are expected to be kept on hold as the previous month. We should be looking for further direction from the rate statements. Apart from this, there is no other major news this week until the manufacturing PMI out of the pound on Friday. The only other thing to majorly note is that the oil price has increased over the last week, and this always brings strength to the Canadian dollar. So looking at the daily Fatman again, we can expect Canadian strength to continue here. We'll be looking for Aussie strength and New Zealand strength, but watch out for those interest rate decisions. Then we will be looking for continued weakness in the US dollar, the yen as it turns down here, the pound as it comes down here, and the euro. But do watch out for any of these major four currencies turning up as we look for new direction and some strong trend runs. Okay, as usual, I hope this helps, and I wish you all the best for your trading this week.